What's going on, y'all? Welcome back to B-Town Stories with Shnazzle and Jerry. I am Shnazzle.
Hey, girl. Hey. It's me, Jerry. Jerry Lagar.
The Canadian flautist is at it again.
That's me.
So we have a fun little topic that I kind of wanted to wax with you about today, Josh. I'm wondering if you'd engage me on the subject I'm about to pitch you.
Bring it.
Which is scams.
Scams.
You know, like I met a lot of people in my time in LA, and I would always kind of talk about these little scams I did coming up in Bremerton, and it seemed very foreign to them. Like, I feel like this might be kind of a unique thing in Bremerton, or at least to our group of friends.
Oh.
We're just engaged in a lot of fucking scams.
Just like kind of like stealing.
Yeah, but like just
in creative ways.
Yeah. Not like we're not like a Ponzi scheme, like just real low rent scams.
Oh, like the fucking the hair and the jumbo jack.
Yeah, I mean that's just one example.
Oh, okay.
So like, you know, when we would skateboard and we wouldn't have a lot of money, and we would go in and to like get the 99-cent jumbo jack because we had like,
which is insane that a jumbo jack is now like $8 or some shit.
Yeah, it's crazy how fucking expensive. But like also, let's not. Burger King was the first place to have the 99-cent Whopper. Let's just get that out on the table.
Oh, okay.
Burger King was the first 99-cent Whopper. Then Jack in the Box copied it for the 99-cent jumbo jack.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that was still too expensive for us back then. Dude, so what we would do, you go in and you're like, yeah, I'll take a jumbo jack. You order the jumbo jack. You eat all but 10% of the jumbo jack. Okay? Then you like yank a pube or like one of your hairs, depending on, you know, or an armpit hair.
Whatever's longest.
Whatever's the longest and grossest.
Yeah.
And you stick it in the burger. And then you just wait a second, and then you're in the dining room, and you just go, "Oh my god,
I cannot believe!
I can't believe this is so great. There's a hair in my burger." Look, and you hold it up, and you like run around, and then you go to the front, and like the manager's like, "Oh jeez,
what can we do to make this right, sir?
Sir, what can we do to make this right?" I'm like, "Well, I would like another burger and my money back." Every time.
Yeah.
Worked without fail.
So
you get 2 free burgers and your money back.
I remember you and I doing that on a couple different occasions at the East Brem fucking Jack in the Box.
You'd have to switch up restaurants so they didn't get wise to it, but your brother Mike was so on board with this particular scam. He was like, do you remember he had like a little sewing kit with different colored hair? Like he had like blonde hair, red hair, brown hair. So like he could always have the appropriate hair color.
Yeah. Just take a look at who's back on the grill and make it, it's a foolproof way of getting your free burger.
Yeah. So that was a good little B-Town scam. There's tons of scams like that though.
Well, something similar to that, right next door, actually, when I worked at Little Caesars Pizza.
Okay.
I had this thing going for, I didn't work, when you're young and you work at a place, it seemed like you worked there forever. And really, I think I only worked there for 6 months or something like that before I got fired. I didn't get fired for this scam, but I don't remember what I got fired for. Probably not showing up or something. But, the one thing I would do is I was hanging out with Avi and fucking Krang Brame at the time. And they just lived on Pine Road, which was like, like a block behind fucking, Rydell there.
Yeah.
And so most days when I got off work, I'd go hang out with those dudes. So I came up with I noticed that at work, if people didn't pick up a pizza, they would just throw it up on top of the fucking oven to keep it warm. And if they didn't show up, whoever's working there would just be like, "Hey, is anyone, what's up with this pizza?"
Yeah.
They'd be like, "Oh, it's a no pickup or whatever. It got ditched."
Oh,
and
sick.
So they would just give it to the fucking, whatever.
Whoever was closing out the kitchen just got to take it.
Yeah, pretty much. So I was like, man, if we need some pizza, this is an easy way to get it. So at least once a week, I'd fucking have those dudes fucking call up
Sick
like about
scam.
an hour before I got off work. Just what seemed to be about the right time, you know? Like if they weren't there in a half hour, it was pretty likely they weren't showing up. 45 minutes, yeah, they're probably not showing up. An hour, they're definitely not showing up. So I just be like, hey, anyone care if I take these pies, you know? Fucking just roll down to fucking Krang's house with like fucking 4 pizzas for everyone to fucking mow on. That one was pretty good.
Dude, sick scam.
It was pretty good.
Another good scam I used to do was like, once I had my fake ID, if you went in and like Bush beer was on sale, like for like a couple dollars cheaper than, you know, like Bud or whatever it was.
Yeah.
You just take the box and just empty all the fucking cans out and just fill that box up with like the beer you wanted.
There you go.
That was a pretty good B-Town scam.
God, that reminds me of when Hams had the beer chest.
Yeah.
And there was 36 hams in a beer chest.
Dude, I think that's exactly the one we used.
At Templeton's for $9.99.
Yeah.
That's so much fucking beer for $10, dude. But I digress. That reminds me, speaking of beer and scamming.
Yeah.
I used to hang out with Vic Crumb and his little... they weren't really part of like our friend group, but he had his
little band of deplorables.
Yeah. Out in his mobile home park. Rest in peace, Vic. And he's kind of like his neighborhood crew, you know? And I started hanging out with them quite a bit. And they had this little deal. They lived by the Clear Creek store. And the main dude in his crew, this guy named Shane, who had a car, he would like go up to the store and like be buddy with the guy working the night shift or whatever.
Yeah.
And he got to be so buddy with him that he would go, hey man, you need any help with anything? You know, and he would just let him like go in the back and stock fucking pop and beer in the fucking cooler or whatever.
Okay,
you know?
so this is great. So like he would volunteer his service.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, sure, I could use some help stocking.
Yeah.
Right. So then he's now in the back.
Yes.
Okay.
And so what he would do is like stock 99% of the stuff. But while he was doing that, he would take a couple cases of beer, step out the back door, step on a milk crate and hide it up on the roof. And then so like he'd be like, all right, cool, I got done stocking all that stuff, you know, and then he'd take off, come back over to Vic's house and tell us that, you know, he got some beer out there. We'd wait till the store closes, get in his car, drive back up there and climb up on the roof and get the beer and then go drink it in the mobile home park.
Dude, that's a great scam. This is kind of like one of the first scams I think that kids in Bremerton were doing, but like, you know, I'll come up and ask my dad, hey, can Robbie spend the night? And he's like, no, just definitively. And I'm like, fuck, okay.
Nobody wanted Robbie coming over.
But just like, so then the gig is, okay, we're going to sneak you in the back window. You're going to spend the night. And then next morning, you just get up, go around, knock on the front door, and just come back in, and you're there legitimately.
Yeah.
Right?
Exactly. That reminds me of this one time that fucking me and York and Dave Mitchell and somebody else, I can't remember who else was there. Maybe it was just us three.
Yeah.
We were just out being fucking hoodlums one night, and I guess this was kind of a scam. Well, it was a little bit of a scam.
Yeah.
We came in at like fucking 5 a.m. and we're like, we're not going to fucking school. We're just gonna sleep in my room. And my dad was out of town. I remember very specifically. Yeah. And my stepmom was like, pounding on my door. It's like, if you're not going to school, you ain't fucking staying here doing jack shit. You know, you guys go out and go look for jobs or something, you know? And I was like, got an attitude with her or something. And I was like, well, hey, you guys, let's just fucking walk down to my mom's, which was literally only like 3 blocks down the road. And we'll hang out there for a second. And as soon as Phyllis goes to work, we'll come back up here and, you know, make breakfast and watch fucking daytime TV.
Ooh, that opened up a whole new world of scams, having 2 houses right next to each other.
Oh yeah, dude, it was redonk. Yeah, I played them against each other many times. But So we do that, and then we come back up there when I know she's gone to work.
Yeah.
And she had the lock changed on the front door.
Holy shit. Are you serious?
We were like, what the fuck? I was like, how did she do? It was like 2.5, 3 hours maybe. And like my mom was cool. Like she didn't even give a shit that we were skipping school and eating food at her house or whatever.
Yeah.
But there was better food at my dad's definitely. So we needed to go back up there. But anyway, the lock was changed. I don't know if she had a locksmith come do it or what, or one of her friends or something. But anyway, the lock's changed. And I was like, this fucking bitch. And fucking, so I went around the house, snuck in the way I always snuck in. If I lost my key, you just slide the kitchen window open and have someone boost you in through the kitchen. And then I went in the garage. This isn't really, the scam was that we were going to come back, but this is just an addition to the scam story. So I went in the garage and got some tools and dismantled all of the locks in the door.
Oh my God.
And made this. This was like probably one of the meanest things I've ever done.
That is fucking crazy.
Took the whole pile of nuts and bolts and locks and handles and shit and put it on the kitchen counter with a note on it that said, "Thought you were pretty swift." Huh, bitch.
You did that to Phyllis?
Thought you were pretty swift, huh, bitch. And we were all just laughing. Fucking ate some food, and then we left and like went down to the mall and fucking bummed cigarettes or something. And later that day, we were over at fucking Dave Dudley's in Parkwood East, and
your dad's like, "I'm gonna fucking kill you."
Well, so this is what happened. Dave Dudley wasn't home, but we were hanging out with Dan Dudley.
Yeah.
And Dave Dudley gets home.
The Dudley boys.
The Dudleys, Duds 5. And he gets home. He's like, "Hey, man, I just saw a bunch of cops at your dad's house." I was like, "What?" So I was like, I called up there and no, I didn't call up. What did I do? And it was just like, what's going on? You know, and obviously she's like freaking out because I thought you were pretty swift, huh, bitch. But anyway, like I said, my dad was out of town, and I just stayed in Dave Dudley's basement for like a week because didn't want to get arrested for like, I don't know, is that like aggravated fucking.
I mean, that it was pretty swift of her because she's like, okay, I know Josh did this, so I'm gonna call and be like, a robber broke in, and then once it's determined it's you, you're in a huge bunch of trouble.
Yeah. I remember though, my dad wasn't even mad at me.
Really?
Yeah, he just wanted me and Phyllis to get along.
Well, dude, like your dad, like all you guys did was cock block your dad with Phyllis. Just nightmare children with her. Like, we were stealing change from her and all this stuff.
Yeah.
But God, that's a fucking hilarious scam.
But yeah, I regret. We ended up being cool later. She made my daughter Mia some blankets before her and my dad parted ways and whatnot. But I don't know, just something I kind of regretted doing because that was pretty fucking mean.
That was pretty great though.
Thought you were pretty swift, huh, bitch.
Dude, so another popular B-Town scam, especially with all the festivals that were around here, like Endfest and Lollapalooza and all that shit, was I think we might have talked about this in the weed episode, but you take a yellow pages and you crumple up one page of the yellow. It's best if you get like a printed ad where there's some white and red color involved.
Oh yeah.
And then you just chew up like a thing and it looks like the dankest bud ever.
Oh yeah. Yeah, we did talk about that, but yeah.
So like you get like 7 or 8 of those, so it looks like a 40 sack.
Yeah.
Sack. And then like, you just cruise down to like Lollapalooza and be like, "Hey, I got some weed," and just take their money and just bam, you're off into the crowd. They'll never find you again.
Yeah, because everyone there's got plenty of cash to spend on merch and fucking whatever else. And that's a good one. But speaking of fake IDs, there was, I don't know if this is really a scam, but it was kind of just a thing I did when I got my fake ID. It was like people would like started knowing that I had this fake ID, right? They'd be like, "Hey, can you go get us some beer?" And I was like, "Well, you give me an extra $5 or something like that." So that was like a little biz, a little side hustle I had going for a while, where I just fucking like You want a 6-pack? Give me fucking $10 and let me keep the change. That's funny that you could get change from a 6-pack with $10 back then.
Dude, in my first year speaking of that, I started running a scam where I would create people fake IDs.
Oh, nice.
But it was like, so the old Washington State IDs, what you could do is go to you make a copy of it in a, at Kinko's.
Yeah.
And then you take like an X-Acto knife and then you would cut out, like you make, say I take your ID and make like 4 copies of it. And then you would take the numbers, like let's say, you're not 21, like say you were born in whatever, 1979 or something. And you needed it to say like 77. So you would find a 7 from one of the other ones, cut it out and really glue it on top of one of the pictures. So it looked good. Then you would take tape and put it against like some box tape, rub it on and like really smash it in. And all of the ink would then stick to the tape. And you could use water and take all the thing off and lay the tape over top of the ID. And it looks totally real.
Huh.
So when I was at Peninsula College, I was doing that for a couple people.
Oh, nice.
For some money on the side. Good little scam.
Yeah, I wasn't like that creative about it. I'm just going to go get one in the city, I can spend $10. But yeah, I made a lot of money off that fucking fake ID.
Did you ever used to scam your parents anyway?
There was, mine and my brother's easy way to get a 40 sack. Speaking of 40 sacks, my mom for some reason had some beef with like the dump. I don't know. I guess it's the trash company. What is it? What's it called? Waste Management.
Oh, okay.
So she had some beef with Waste Management over a bill. So this was before it wasn't mandatory to have garbage service.
Yeah.
Now it is. Like if you live in certain areas, you have to have it.
Yeah.
But she canceled her garbage service. And so we would just pile up garbage in the carport. And then once a month.
Because it would be cheaper to like just go to the dump to dump it?
Yeah, because back then the dump was fucking cheap, dude.
Really?
Like you could do like a whole truck back of a truck for fucking $20 or something.
Oh, wow, okay.
Know? But we told my mom it cost $40 to dump all of it. And so me and my brother would fucking borrow my dad's truck, drive it down to my mom's, get $40 from her, load all the trash around. Yeah, and another thing anyway, I'll continue.
Yeah.
Fill it all up, just go to some random apartment complex. And this was before they had like little houses built around the fucking dumpsters, you know? There was no security on the dumpsters, and we just go in there and dump it all in the fucking dumpster. And
sick fucking scam, dude.
Go buy some fucking weed. Another thing we did though was just burn it all. Like once we got kind of like sketched out about dumping it in the apartments after a while, just because like there's people like right there, watching you. And
where would you burn it? Like in Dewado?
No, in the back of the house.
Oh,
like,
really?
Do you remember there was a fucking little playhouse in the backyard at all? Or was
of
that
your mom's?
or was that before you were around?
I vaguely recall.
So when we were really little, my dad built a playhouse back there. And when I was in 6th grade, me and Chris Boucher and Clayton Myers fucking decided it would be fun to fucking get some axes out of the garage and just completely destroy this playhouse. Yada, yada, yada. That's a whole different story.
God,
but so
fucking shitty kids you were.
Totally shitty. I didn't get in trouble though. We blamed it on Clayton. Me and Chris did. Anyway, I hope those guys are listening to this. That'll be funny. But so there was this like little dirt patch in the backyard, like straight out of the like back door, that we just dug kind of a little hole in, and we just used that as a burn pit and just took all the garbage, just burning plastic and fucking jugs of milk, like fucking anything that was in our garbage. And we wanted to, pretend that we took to the dump. We just burn it in the backyard.
Man,
and go buy some weed.
That's some Bremerton shit, dog.
Very Bremerton shit.
What else? Some other scams. Oh, did you ever do this scam where it was in like the baseball card days when like baseball cards were worth money?
Oh yeah.
You could go buy like, you'd take a bunch of money and then go, get a whole bunch of packs, wax packs.
Yeah, wax pack.
Then you open them all up. And then you find all the good cards, like the Don Mattingly's and the fucking
Ken Griffey Jr.
Rated rookie.
Yeah, Don Russ.
Yeah. Billy Ripken fuckface error.
Oh yeah. That was a great
whatever. Which is crazy that was an error.
Todd Van Poppel rookie card.
Todd Van Poppel, dude. Yeah.
He went on to great things.
Jose Canseco.
Oh yeah. The Bash brothers. Mark McGuire.
Who was that catcher? Mike Piazza.
Oh yeah.
So like, you get all the good cards out, and then you take the cards and like put 15 of just commons.
Yeah.
And you seal them back up.
Yeah. You put your little
with the
lighter.
dryer.
Oh, the dryer.
Or like
you can just use a lighter.
Yeah, you can use a lighter, but we also use the iron.
Oh, an iron. That's a good one. You could just press it right on there and seal it.
So you take all the valuable cards out, and then you like shrink wrap back up the box and sell it back. And
at a card show or something.
Yeah, and then they just get screwed.
No, I remember I never personally did it myself. I was very true to the card game back then, but everyone knew that was a thing that happened,
Sorry, guy, you're not going to get your Matt Noakes.
Yeah. That's so funny. I was thinking about that the other day. All the players like at certain times or certain seasons that were like, oh, I got to get that card. And like, they're like no names that no one even knows who the fuck they are anymore.
Yeah.
Like I said, Todd Van Poppel and Matty Noakes. Like who?
Could you imagine opening up like 14 wax packs and not being able to get like fucking Mike Greenwell?
Yeah, that was a good one too. On the Red Sox, Mike Greenwell. He just died.
Really?
Yeah, he just died.
Oh shit. Who was that guy who was really good for a minute? Who was like on the Cubs? Greg Maddux. No, Greg Maddux was always good.
Yeah, he was always good. Ryan Sandberg.
Yeah, Ryan Sandberg.
Yeah, he had to.
Yeah.
In the 80s, he was doing a rhino. I think they called him. He died too.
Jesus.
He's dead too.
But yeah, I would also like have. I inherited some cards from my uncle, like some older cards, and I went on, like the Beckett, and determined that they were only worth $1 or $2.
Yeah.
But I would put them in those expensive cases, and then trade them for like Jordan rookies and tell people like, dude, this is super expensive. Like I'd pull that scam.
Yeah.
So like I was at Fairview just making like crazy trades.
So they just looked vintage. So they just believed you.
And I was like, dude, this is like a $40 card.
Yeah.
But like, I'll trade you for your 20. But just because I'm a big Jordan fan,
Yeah.
But it's worth more money.
The card game, that was so funny.
Yeah, that's fucking great.
Speaking of scams, that whole thing is a scam.
Yeah, totally. What other kind of scams can you think of?
Let's see. Sometimes I would.
Did you do any like returning of items at stores, like gank them and then return them to stuff?
I'm sure I did do that.
I think I did that at Bag and Save a couple times.
Trying to think.
Also, you know what was a good scam to do? Like, so there was the tapes. Remember when tapes were a thing at Kmart? They had those big white things.
Yeah.
Like I figured out a way to like basically crack them, like, and steal the tapes pretty easily. And also there was a way once the CDs came in those big long boxes. Like there was
that was like my thing.
Okay.
They were called long boxes, the CD long box.
Yeah.
And hold on, I gotta sneeze.
Okay.
It's coming. Oh my God. All right, went away. Anyway, I was like, I remember the first time I went down to Peaches Music.
Yeah.
Peaches, which is now like the FedEx Kinko's.
Yeah.
And I was looking through the new fucking metal section or something like that, and I saw Anthrax Attack of the Killer Bees, and I was like, man, I really want this, but I don't have any money. How am I going to get it? And I had this great idea. I was like, I'm just going to fucking grow my thumbnail really long, go in there, and just break the seal on because I knew that the security device or whatever was on the box, not on the CD.
Yeah, exactly.
The CD, the jewel case. So I was like, I waited a week, let my thumbnail grow a little longer, just enough to where it was over the tip of my finger, and went back in there, and just, it worked totally perfect. I'm just standing here like I'm reading the back or whatever, you know?
And you were like fucking like Ocean's 13, like
Yeah.
using your nail to slice the
box open. And I like just dropped the CD, just fell right into my hand, and I just stuffed it in my coat and fucking set the box back down and just fucking walked right out. And
Dude, I must have ganked Nirvana, Nevermind, Red Hot Chili Peppers, Blood Sugar Sex Magic, Metallica Black Album.
So this is all
like Jane's Addiction. Like I'm
1991, because all those albums came out in 1991.
Use Your Illusion 1 and 2.
Yeah.
Like I've stolen at least 10 of those CDs and tapes each.
Yeah.
And Ritual de l'Habitual by Jane's Addiction.
Were you selling them?
Yeah, I would sell them.
Oh,
Sometimes
okay.
I would just give them to people.
Yeah.
But it just was so easy from Kmart. It was just like fucking insane.
So what me and my buddy Eric would do is go in there and just fucking load up our parkas and fucking just go out back, stash like all our shit in the woods back before all those apartments were there. There was just woods behind Kmart.
Yeah.
And then we'd go down to fucking Payless or Value Giant or whatever it was called at the time. Do the same thing there. Go back in the back of the woods and stash all our shit there. And you'd come back at the end of the day with just this pile of fucking tapes. Fucking, it was insane, dude.
B-Town scams.
Yeah, there's a lot of scamming going on.
Yeah. I got kind of a reputation at one point for being kind of a scammer.
Jan, you're a fucking scammer, man.
This dude Corey at like the show was just like, I was trying to like be like, hey man, if you give me a beer now, then I can hook you up next time. I'll give you 2 beers. And it said, just trying to scam beers at like the show.
Yeah.
And he was like, dude, you're a fucking scammer, bruh. And I was just like, if you call me a scammer one more time, I'm going to punch you in the face. And he was just like, you're a scammer. And I socked him.
Yeah, I remember that. I remember it happening very clearly, but I can't picture where it was.
It was in like Silverdale. I mean, no, maybe it was in, I think it was in Silverdale somewhere. Or like Sunny Slope Grange or something.
Okay. It wasn't in Bremerton.
I don't think so.
Because there's only 2 places it could have been, just from my memory, where the stairs were. Because you were on some back stairs.
There was like a out behind the venue. It was like where the cars were parked.
Yeah. So it was either the American Legion that used to be down by like the gateway to Bremerton, what it's called now, or it was the Crosby Hall in Seebeck.
Maybe it was
one of those 2.
Yeah.
But either way, I was putting the show on. I remember. And I was pissed that you did that.
I'm pissed at myself for
but I
doing
also
it.
thought it was funny. I was on the fence, really. But,
Yeah. No.
Jan, you fucking scammer, man. No, Corey's cool.
Yeah, no, I feel bad for that. I still
You
do.
socked him pretty good for the hood.
Yeah, well, you know. Obviously I'm guilty. Know that I'm
God, you're such a shitty kid.
full scammer, and he's just calling it out, like he's calling a spade a spade.
Yeah.
You know, but I don't think the scams we did, they were pretty chill. You know, it's not like we're doing a Ponzi scheme.
Yeah, we're not bilking people out of their savings or anything like that, or
we're
hurting anyone physically.
Yeah, so just kind of a fun topic to wax on.
Yeah.
For a little bit on on today's episode of Beatdown Stories with Shnazzle and Jerry.
Yes. Yeah. Just like to note, we don't scam.
That was in the
anybody.
past.
Yeah. When we were children.
Yeah. But it was, I think, kind of I don't know. Maybe other people outside of Bremerton were doing like shady little scams like this. I think it was like akin to punk rock and skateboarding. That was a lot of it.
Yeah.
It was like, I just wanted to skateboard and I couldn't afford food, you know, and like, so we would steal.
Yeah. So like you're LA, but like people in LA, maybe they just grew up with a little more money in their pocket from their parents.
Probably, yeah.
And they didn't need to resort to these creative genius scams.
So anyways, if you guys have any cool, unique Bremerton scams that you think will be fun, leave them in the comments. I'd love to learn more scams about Bremerton.
Yeah. Me too.
Anyways, I think that's a good place to button out this episode. Pinch it off, if you will.
Yeah, pinch it off. DJT.
So thanks for joining us on another episode of B-Town Stories with Shnazzle Simpkins and Jerry Lagar. I am Shnazzle.
Hey, I'm Jerry, and I just want to say, take her easy.
Hey, we're back again. Shnazzle and Jerry in Bremerton. Talking some shit and spilling some tea. Telling B-Town stories.
B-Town Stories is a Red Cobra production, created, produced, and written by Shnazzle and Jerry. The theme song created by the Supple Dongs and logo design from Darren Chalman.